The Los Angeles Unified School District is one step closer to welcoming students back to campus after its Board of Education voted unanimously on Thursday, March 11, to ratify an agreement with the teachers' union to reopen schools. The tentative agreement still needs to be ratified by United Teachers Los Angeles, whose members are expected to cast their votes next week. In the meantime, much more work lies ahead if the nation's second-largest school district wishes to reopen classrooms in mid-April for preschool and elementary students and by the end of next month for middle and high school students. For example, principals must figure out how many students and teachers will be on-site versus the number that will remain in remote learning or teaching full-time, as well as the number of substitute teachers they'll need, to make sure classrooms are properly staffed. That's why district officials are urging parents to respond to a survey by March 19 to indicate whether they plan on sending their children back to campus. Parents will have the option of switching from a hybrid program back to full-time distance learning, or vice versa, every 2 weeks once in-person learning resumes. The district has released a Return to Campus guide with more information about the school reopening plans, and more school meetings and community town halls will be held in the coming days to address questions from parents. School board members also had questions about the reopening plan, some of which were addressed during their meeting. Here are additional details that emerged Thursday. During the meeting, district officials also addressed criticisms about the hybrid model for secondary students. Because of the need to remain in small, stable cohorts to reduce the risk of COVID-19 transmission, students in secondary school will stay in the same classroom all day with their advisory teacher instead of moving between classes as they did before the pandemic. While there would be some time for peer interactions, lessons focused on social-emotional development and opportunities to explore college and career options, students would spend most of their time learning online while sitting in their classroom and wearing noise-canceling headphones. Their advisory teacher, meanwhile, would lead their own online class during that time. School board members and district officials acknowledge the challenges of hybrid learning at the secondary level. This is a challenge not just in Los Angeles or the state of California, but across the nation, Superintendent Austin Beutner said. In Chicago, they're still struggling. They've announced weeks ago a path to return but not yet a program for high school. San Francisco also announced a path to return but not yet for high school. Ellipsis. At this moment, this is the best we can do. Certainly far from what we'd like to be able to do. District officials said it was too late in the school year to rework the master schedule for students.